Princess Auto, is a sponsor of this channel, has been very instrumental in setting up my shop and allowing me to do work. But they also...
Oh, this is gonna be so fun.
My youngest is already like just stoked about this thing. I look like a biker, like a Harley dude. Man, here's where we check the oil. Everything checks out well. I checked the chain tension, air filters installed correctly. Everything seems to be tightened down, went through all the fasteners. Handlebars are on there pretty good. Adjusted the brake lever, adjusted the brake. We did put oil in it, just put some gasoline in it. Fired up for the very first time. I feel weird how giddy I am. I feel like a little kid. Here, you guys ready? Boys are gonna be so excited about this.
My boys, scrap their building. Oh, I keep hitting my knee. What do you think? Wanna try it? Don't go super fast, okay? This is your only brake right here. And you just give it throttle. It's a really rough ride. What do you think? It's really rough, isn't it? I wonder if I could drop the air pressure, might help a bit. Kind of fun though, eh? Oh.
So how do you put it in gear?
You don't. Just give it gas. Really? Gas and brake. What do you think of that thing?
It's fun.
That's pretty crazy, isn't it?
That thing is a lot of fun. Now, my original intention with this was to buy this and just use all the parts to build a go-kart. We've got a centrifugal clutch, we've got the motor, we've got a lot of the different stuff that we need for a go-kart. And when I started pricing out all the components, it actually made sense to buy this. But the predicament I find myself in now is that this thing is so much fun. I don't know if I want to not have this. I'm gonna make a couple modifications. There's a few things to this I'd like to do. First one, I'm gonna move these feet pegs back. I hit my knees right here all the time and it hurts. So I'm gonna cut these off. We're gonna weld them about right here. So kind of keep my feet back. The way it sits right now, you can't stand up. And obviously it's a very important part about riding a motorbike and rough stuff is that you can stand up. So if these are back here, that's gonna help out. That's the best weld on this bike. Another thing I'm gonna do is just take a die grinder and cut in where the stalks hit. Because when you're maneuvering this around tight places, there's not, lock to lock, it's quite a large turning radius. So I'm just gonna cut those in with a die grinder. I still wanna protect it so that the triple clamps don't hit the frame or anything like that. We don't pinch the wires, but a little work with a die grinder should just kind of make it a little more maneuverable. I think I'm going to build a custom exhaust for it. Yeah, I think we might get a little carried away.
Now at the moment I don't have a decent tubing bender, so all I'm doing here is just cutting some slots in this 1-inch steel tubing, kind of cutting little pie-shaped wedges out of there, and then I can just put this in a clamp and a vise and bend it around. It's a little podunk, but it gets the job done. I took a piece of 1/4-inch steel plate and traced out the gasket so that I could make the little header part that clamps onto the engine. And then we just weld the whole thing together, grind it all from the inside, try and get it as smooth as possible, and then we'll clean up those welds afterwards. I do want to get a proper tubing bender in the future though.
I took a die grinder, just kind of ground that all smooth. So let's bolt this thing up. And I'm gonna have to make a tab to support it out here somewhere. But first, I wanna see what it looks like. Got our gasket on. Oh, I might actually put a muffler on this thing. My plan is to be able to bolt one at the end here. But I just wanna hear what it's like without it, just for kicks. Alright, let's hear what she sounds like. It's free. Yep. So we've got those changes done, we've reinforced the muffler, lowering the pressure in the tires made a huge difference. And then I also put a milk crate on the back, just so I can use it practically around here. And I thought a good test would be to go get the mail. Most of the way I can go through our fields, but there's gonna be a small section where I have to jump out on the highway. And it's a secondary highway, it's not very busy. So we're gonna do that, and I think it's gonna be fun. That thing is a lot of fun. It's actually surprising how much fun it is. And I mean, I've ridden like real dirt bikes. I mean, my boys have KTMs. I go ripping out on them sometimes. I've got a DR650 that I drive all the time. And I used to see pictures of grown men on like Instagram with these mini bikes, and I kind of thought, that's weird. But there's something about just these simple, stripped down little fun machines that's absolutely a blast. You know, for hunting and scoping out stuff like that, I can see the practicality. Those big wheels, they go anywhere. A couple of things I plan on doing. I would like to put a better headlight on because the one that's on is not very bright. I'd like some type of an LED light. I'm probably going to do some type of a suspension seat, so where the front would pivot, and then like a mountain bike rear shock, so I have a little bit more oomph. Because driving through those plowed fields, it's pretty hard on the old spine. Really like the foot pegs relocated. I can actually stand up when I'm going through rough stuff. All the welding and add-ons that I'm doing, I'm going to end up painting the entire frame when I'm done. And I also think I'm going to do some engine mods. I think I'm going to remove the governor. I want to get into this, like just straight up. It's a lot of fun. I'm surprised how much fun that thing is. And I kind of felt like I wanted another fun hobby that, I don't know, just something to get into and putt around on the evenings, and I think I found it. So I'll probably do some more videos about some different things we do to that. And really, with the equipment that I have in the shop, I mean, I can do anything to that bike. Some guys put in rear swing arms, and to tell you the truth, that's not out of the question. I mean, I can machine shafts, jack shafts, and I think it's a great way to involve my sons and can I teach them about the basics of engines and powertrains and stuff like that. So all in all, I'm super happy with it. I got it for 844 Canadian pesos, which is pretty cheap in my opinion. And when I started pricing out a go-kart, it's pretty much the same thing and not having anything to ride, right? You gotta build the frame. Still do want to do some go-kart projects. I've got a lawnmower, riding mower that I'd like to hop up and do some modifications on. I'm really enjoying having space to tinker around on these silly little projects, but you know, just getting out in the garage and being a grease monkey, it's a lot of fun. Thanks again to Princess Auto for sponsoring this video. Thank you for watching it, and we will see you in the next one. Cheers.